Welcome to a new series I'm trying out called But This Is What It Really Means. This is where I take a particular track that is more accessible or poppy, you can hear on like the top 40s or on the radio, and really dive into what it really means. And starting us all off, I'm going to try my hand at a song that I've been a little bit obsessed with. A very, very good friend of mine introduced me to Carly Rae Jespen, and I was listening to her latest album of Emotion, and a particular track piqued my interest, so I'm going to dive down deep into what it really means. So this track is Making the Most of the Night, and it's not one of her big hits, it's not like a big single from the newest album of Emotion, but for me, it's the most catchy track of the album and one that I can't get out of my head. So, what's it about? Well, like most of Carly's songs, it's about somebody who loves somebody else. It tells the tale of someone, we'll call this person A, who is lamenting over the pain of another person, let's call this person B, who is having a rough time at life. And the other thing that is made very clear about this track is person A is going to show person B a good time in the night to alleviate the pain in some way. This is because person A loves person B. So it seems pretty simple enough, right? Well, let's look even deeper. Who is person B? Who is BB? Honestly, we don't really know. We're not given a whole lot of clues as to who this person B is. But what we do know is a lot about person A. We know they're ambitious by wanting to take out BB. We know that they're also a little bit reckless. This is actually seen within the lyric of "Baby, I'm speeding and red lights are run." They're speeding. Well, speeding from what? What are they trying to get away from? And the red lights are run, meaning that there are cautionary signs that are being presented with themselves. Maybe person B is saying, maybe stop. Person A is just going for it. They're ignoring the stop signs, they're ignoring those flashing lights, and they're going for it. This should be a warning for BB to stop, warning BB to get away. And this line is actually repeated twice throughout the song before the two choruses. And this kind of reinforces that idea that person A is quite reckless and they're about to use BB. But where is this evidence that person A is going to use BB? Well, person A is only really doing this when BB is in their weakest state, and this is found on the lyric, "When your heart is bleeding, I'm coming to get you." They admit right there that when you're at your weakest, I'm coming for you. Like, I'm going to use you at your weakest state. And we have the most obvious lyric of them all. I've been kind of saving it behind my hat within the chorus that is repeated over and over and over again. "Here I come to hijack you. I'm making the most of the night." Let's unpack that a little bit. Sure, person A might love BB, but think about that. Making the most of the night. But the lyric is, I'm making the most of the night. It's not, we're making the most of the night or you're making the most of the night. It's, I'm making the most of the night. And when you think about that, it's, I'm not making the most of, your night or even the most of our night. No, I'm making the most of my night. And that's not where it ends. No, it gets deeper than this. Let's take a look at some more of these lyrics. "You and me, we've been hanging around for the longest time." Now this is the lyric that opens up the song. Even though we've kind of established that person A isn't necessarily the greatest influence or person that BB should be around, BB has not making a move to get away from person A. Or if they have, person A is just following them wherever they go. And in the second line, "I know when you're done." So they know when you're done, right? Like, I know when you're done with me, but they still go on. So in that sense, person A knows when BB is, tried to push away, but they're still there. They're still hounding them. But then it's followed up with the lyric of, "I know what you need to get high." This takes the song into a little bit of a new direction and in a little bit of a darker turn. BB has tried to get away from A. We've already established that. But A tries to bring them back with some kind of a high. Is A like a drug pusher? Or perhaps A is the drug? Now this song could be an allegory for drug abuse. And this is reinforced with a couple of lines of "outside all of your fears, leave them behind." BB is using drugs from A, or A itself as the drug, to rid themselves of the fear. What is this fear? Is this the fear of outside? Well, that's kind of already been described in that lyric of outside. Leave that fear aside, right? So it could be that fear of outside, and that's why people go to drug consumption, but it could also be the fear of using that drug. And so this is the drug calling out to them saying, leave that fear behind. I've got you. Come back to me. And this would also explain the lyric of baby, I'm speeding and red lights are run, right? Like BB is aware that this is not a good idea, but they're going for it anyway. So now that lyric starts to make sense. The drug is the speeding and the red lights are BB's inhibitions being turned off. The red lights are being run because BB can't stop them. And then we take a look at the lyric of I've got what you need and I'll run on your side. Again, the drug is there for BB and it has what that thing that the drug believes BB needs. Because A is speeding from them, running right side by side with BB, being there for them and just being like, you're mine now. You are a part of me. And this is when we get into that lyric of the hijacking, right? Then they hijack them into the night, much like a drug will do. They'll make the most of the night because they have the entire night to do so with. And it's pretty terrifying. Then it gets even darker from there because we've only touch the first quarter of the song with lyrics like eyes wide, like you've never seen the ocean, never seen the tides, right? Like they're terrified, their eyes are bulging, this new experience that they're having that's being induced by this drug is just overwhelmed by them, and they're scared now. They even mention that no hope. Now you're seeing things you've lost sight of, right? There's no hope for them. They're gone to the drug. That drug has captured them. They're starting to see things that they've completely lost sight of, right? Like they're seeing whatever their life used to be, why they were so scared in the first place. And BB can't escape. BB is trapped. Got your hands in the air, meaning that BB has lost their ability to even control their actions. That influence of A is just all over them, making BB do whatever they want. A assures that BB is all right, but are they? I don't think so. I think this was A being like, it's going to be all right, as they continue on with this hijacking of this person. It's that verse that comes right before the chorus that gets really chilling, and that is, baby, take my hand, don't you cry. It's, I won't let you sleep, I won't let you hide. This is the chilling aspect. A is consuming BB to such an extent that they're not letting them sleep. That's consuming every aspect of their mind. It's not letting BB hide. It's just consuming all around everything that's in the mind. No more tears. Don't waste another day. Again, BB is broken down and it's A's turn to assume the control. They will make sure that another day isn't wasted. And at this point, this is where A starts to taunt BB by saying, go on and fight. Try to fight me. You know that my power over you is so heavy-handed that there's no way you can get out now. With the lyrics saying, come on, get up, you'll make it through okay. Come on, get up, don't waste another day. A is starting to get concerned at this point, recognizing the thought patterns that BB is having by saying, don't give up. I still need you in order to, have this fulfilling relationship that we're in. And it's this symbiotic manipulation of A to BB that's just heart-wrenching and just guttural. But it's deeper than that. Let's dive even deeper into this. Let's follow this spiral out to its furthest tendril. And who is A really? And who is BB really? I think we already know the answer to this. This may be like a drug or alcohol allegory because it fits, but there's something that overlaps perfectly, like two transparent pieces of paper with interconnecting dots. When being placed over top, you get the full picture. And here we have the story of what's really going on in Making the Most of the Night. And it's an allegory for Jekyll and Hyde. Dr. Jekyll creates this drug when he's the most low, when he's at the bottom of his scientific career, when he's at the end of his rope. Using it, Hyde comes out and literally hijacks Jekyll. He makes the most of the night. Hyde makes the most of the night. Here I come to hijack you. I'm making the most of the night. Again, it fits so perfectly. I've got your hands now. Again, that belongs to Hyde. Hyde has Jekyll's hands, and he's using it, again, to make the most of the night, hijacking him. I won't let you hide because he's Hyde. He's not letting Jekyll be Hyde. Hyde is Hyde. But I hear you saying, but there's so much affection pouring out from person A or Hyde to person B or Jekyll. But let me end with this. Jekyll might resent and even retaliate against Hyde, but Hyde loves Jekyll. Oh man, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a lot of fun to make. I hope you guys realize that I'm not taking this seriously at all. This was something that my friends and I would do all the time in university, where we would take either songs or movies or literature or poems and just make them be about something that totally does not fit at all, but trying our best to make them overlap. And somebody said, you know, hijacking the night is essentially a demonic possession. And I'm like, I can run with that, but I'm going to take it one more step and say that it's about Jekyll and Hyde. So there we go. Again, all around me, I've got some other videos you might want to check out. I believe I have a subscribe here button around over here, so check that out as well. I hope to be doing a couple more of these in the future. And if not, this was just a fun kind of one-off. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, notes out.